We had a power trip, a power surge, and everything went off. We've had to come back. I understand whilst we were off, some of you were hearing and seeing things. We thought we were off, but apparently not quite. So whatever you saw is part of it. And whatever you heard, I mean, that is us. I mean, so, well, we're at number 8 in understanding women. And I said women are very competitive. So let's go to 9. Women make up after a fight differently from men. Men making up after a fight is very simple. If I see you and I say hi and you say hi back, we've made up. With women, you have to bring up the issue and go into the issue. We'll have to talk about the issue, otherwise it is not over. 10. Women go through a number of changes every month. It is safe for every man to understand that when you are relating to a woman, the woman at the beginning of the month is not the same woman at the end of the month or in the middle of the month. Depending on her monthly cycle and the hormonal changes, you're dealing with a very different woman. And you've got to understand that. 11. Women need to be heard and understood. They need it. You've got to hear me. You've got to understand me. 12. Women have WNN, Women's News Network. And it is more effective than CNN, BBC, and all the others combined. Now, this is how WNN works. When a woman meets a man whose woman she knows, she calls the woman to report the sighting. So you tell your woman you're going to one part of town and you go to another part of town. Any woman who knows your woman where you have gone will call your wife or your girlfriend and say, oh, you know, guess who just went past my house or my office? Your best bet, the best solution to WNN, that's Women's News Network, is be honest with the woman. So that the reports, the correspondence file will be consistent with the true situation. 13. A woman's life is complicated, much more complicated than a man would ever know. We have it easy, and that is why sometimes we don't understand. A woman in high heels has to calculate her steps carefully, otherwise there will be disaster. We, no matter what we wear, we can move. The hair, they have things they call bad hair day. No man knows about that. Because for us, every day is a good hair day. And if our hair is not behaving, we can just ignore it. You know what I mean? I'll go. But a woman's life is very complicated. A woman, so let's understand that. And that is why 14, women need their girlfriends and their networks. They need that. They need to network. So be your wife's best friend, but allow her to have her girlfriend as well. Because you cannot meet all her emotional needs, all the emotional needs of a complicated world. Her women's lives are much more complicated. And they make it even more complicated by some of the things that they do. 15, women need security and an environment of trust to surrender herself fully. If a woman does not feel secure and does not feel she can trust you, she can never let go of herself fully for you. She needs that environment to be able to let go. 16, you can have sex with a woman and not touch her soul. You know, a woman can allow you to have sex with her, but it will mean nothing. Because maybe you've not been nice to her. You've not done what she expects. You haven't met expectations. But when she gives you the chance to touch her soul, there is nothing that beats it. 17, a woman cannot give herself to you when she's upset with you. 18, a woman wants to be fully involved in the life of her man. So when a woman is asking questions about, so how was your day? And wants to come to your office and meet your colleagues, it's not because she's prying or wants to monitor you. No. She's a woman. She wants to be fully involved in your life. 19, Dates are very important to women, and they want those days celebrated. They are very important. So you, the man, this may not be that important to you, but you're a man. She needs those days to be celebrated. So note it. However you remember your wife's birthday or your girlfriend's birthday, please do so. And whether you have to go and borrow or not, celebrate it. Do something to mark the day. It doesn't have to be expensive because it doesn't have to be expensive because, and I'm going to give you the answer in the last point, 20. And it says this: when a woman loves you, she does not chop your money. When you have a woman in your life who is always asking you, let's go here, let's go there, let's spend this, no, that's a woman who doesn't quite love you. When a woman loves you, she's interested in helping you plan your finances. And she would help you work through all that with you. Well, I've taken quite a lot of time. The technical hitch we had also come in. So we would end it here. Let me just conclude by saying this. It is all right to understand generally women. It is all right to understand generally men. But it is another thing understanding the particular man you are stuck with and the particular woman you have. And that is where you've got to shine. You've got to master the person that you've been blessed with. And the way forward is talk a lot and listen. Talk and listen, because no two human beings are the same. Spend quality time with each other and hear each other talk. Put off your gadgets. Put off everything. Let it be just you. And you'll be amazed what you'll discover. And you'll be amazed the gem God has blessed you with. So thank you very much for staying with us. I would pause, and then when we come back, take a little break. When we come back, I'll be taking your questions. I think today we'll be able to do about 5 minutes, about 5 minutes extra. So please, we'll plead your indulgence to bear with us. I'll be right back.
Honey, I have laid the bed. Baby, Honey, tomorrow I have a meeting. I have a business meeting tomorrow.
Sir? Oh, sweetheart. Here, take this.
Get the best-selling novels, The Deal, and Perfect Couple by Uncle White at 40 Ghana cedis each. Available at all Shell shops, selected bookshops, and total filling stations. For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030 for your copies.
Well, thank you for staying on and welcome back. I will now take the questions, and then before we end, I would introduce someone, a lady, a beautiful lady, who walked in while the presentation was going on. So, are there any questions for me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's go.
Our first question is from Nee. Uncle, is it okay for men to be different? Some of us can be deliberate about things.
Remember what I said at the beginning, that the points I gave are for the average man. There may always be people who on some of the points, because of their upbringing, because of who raised them, may be a little different. But generally, these are the points. These are what characterizes a man and a woman.
Generally, men are simple. Generally, women are complicated. Where do we meet?
No, let's allow each to be themselves. Women, don't ask me to be complicated. I don't know what it is to be complicated. Men, don't seek them to be simple as you. They cannot be. Let let each be, and we'll be fine.
What can make a man content with his woman without hunting?
Come again?
What can make a man content with his woman without hunting?
Without what?
Hunting. Going
Hunting.
out.
Oh, it. One, the man would have to tell himself that I found what I want. That's number one. And number two, the woman will have to find ingenious ways of letting the hunt continue. In other words, don't let your attractiveness down. Always reserve a little bit of mystery about you, and that will help.
Good afternoon, Uncle Ibo.
Oh, and if we haven't married you, don't give us a thing, because once we get that thing, we'll move on.
Good afternoon, Uncle Ibo.
Ken is not supposed to understand this one.
Yes, I didn't understand.
Yeah, Ken.
Please, can you live, marry, or be in a relationship with someone you don't love? Because the Bible says men are supposed to do the loving. And how do you let go completely? This is from Amanda.
Yes, you can. You can. There are, especially from our cultural background, where a lot of our earlier marriages were arranged, and we know some of them have worked quite well. So yes, based on our cultural experience, I'll have to say yes. You can live, you can be married to somebody you don't quite love. At any rate, love is a decision you make. So you could decide that this is what I have, this is the person I have, and I'm going to do the best I can. How do you let go? One, time. Give it time. Two, make the decision. I need to let go.
Okay,
All right. Okay. I think we'll take a little short pause and go to. We're giving you a beautiful lady on camera. Hi. Hi. Please tell us who you are.
My name is Eugenia Emefa Gowadi.
You are?
I'm Eugenia Emefa.
All right.
Yes.
Eugenia, what do you do?
I work at Carrie's Group.
Okay.
Yes.
Eugenia, you are welcome.
Thank
You are
you very
welcome to join
much.
us. What brought you here?
Okay, I've always been following the program. Yes, and I've been following Roverman Productions as well. So I decided to join today.
All right.
Yes.
You're welcome. We are happy to have you.
Thank you very much.
All right. You can be sure that the team will make you very happy after that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, she has a question?
Yes.
Okay,
Please.
Eugenia, go.
My question is, okay, we have circumstances where the man in a relationship is not ready to talk at a certain point.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the ladies are also people who always want an instant solution.
Yes.
And so in that case, when the man is shying away or pulling himself away, what is the best way to solve it? Because at that time, the woman too wants to get an answer. And it may look...
it will have to wait.
awkward.
It will have to wait because if you force it, the situation even becomes even more difficult and more complicated and compounded. So give him the time and choose your battles carefully. Sometimes the issue you want to even to talk about may not be that important in the general scheme, the total scheme of things. But if he's not ready, don't ask him if you are not ready now. When? No, you wait. And one of the times when he's relaxed and happy, you could then quietly go, my dear, we need to talk. There's something on my mind. I think we need to talk. It becomes more difficult if the previous we need to talk has always generated fire. Then anytime you say you need to talk, I'm running for cover. So you've got to learn not to make those times of talking and addressing issues become contentious and become bitter and too hot. If you can do that, yes, he'll be ready to talk.
Uncle, there's a question from WhatsApp. Uncle, I'm down. When I ask my husband questions, he says I want too much information. Now I don't talk and I see it's killing the marriage. I'm also hurting whenever he shuts me down. What do I do?
Wow. Bring a counselor in. The person, whoever counseled you before you got married, see that person and let that person help the two of you. I think there is something basically wrong. You need to talk it through.
Uncle, from Perry, if women are complicated, how do we uncomplicate things living with them?
By not trying to simplify them. Let them be. And with time, you'll come to understand a bit of the complications and swim with it. Listen, and I think men should understand this. Again, part of the complications of a woman. When your woman comes complaining about some of the things going on in her life, for instance, she's venting about her boss and about how lousy the work is, she's not asking you to fix her. She's not asking you to solve it. She's just asking you to listen. Unfortunately, what we do is that, oh, your boss, then stop the work. No, that's not what she wants to hear. She just wants you to hear, listen to her and the issues. That's one of the ways of dealing with a complicated woman. Just listen to her. Once she knows I have his attention, he is listening and he understands what I'm saying, she's cool. She's cool with it. The solution, she'll find it herself.
Uncle, a follow-up question. You know, I've always said the thing is, you always hear, but you don't listen. In this case, what's the difference? How do you strike a balance with hearing and listening?
Here, what they mean is that, well, when I was talking, you were here, physically present. Do you understand me? But your subsequent actions or the question you've just asked or the things you are doing shows that you didn't quite understand what I was saying. You didn't quite understand. All right, yeah, let's go on.
Uncle, please, how should one handle an ungrateful boyfriend? Should the lady keep on giving to him, or should she stop?
Well, that's a good question, what it is you are giving. But are you sure he's ungrateful or does not express his gratitude the way you expected it? Because remember what I said, that men don't do well with soft emotions. So it is possible he appreciates it, but hasn't quite said it, but may manifest his gratitude in other ways. So watch that. If it is not there at all, and there's somebody who doesn't simply that is ungrateful, then don't throw what is precious to the pigs. Then stop. But the question is whether you will be okay even if you stop, because for you, giving also fulfills you. So you have a decision to make.
From our YouTube channel, Mama B is asking, Uncle, how can I, as a woman, not be complicated when my whole makeup as a woman is complicated?
And Mama B, we know how complicated you are. We know how complicated you are. Oh, Mama B, and it's not just your makeup, your beads as well, you know, and all the other things that you put a lot of your energy into. But it's nice to always hear from you.
Uncle Ebo, what do you do when you know your partner has fallen out of love with you?
Oh, that's all right. Can I make a promise? We would address this in a subsequent one in dealing with the challenges of relationships. What do you do when your partner has stopped loving you? So this one, Akwesua, just suspend it. We would address it. It will be the subject of a whole session.
Uncle, on the situation of men forgetting dates, women not forgetting dates, how then as a man do you strike a balance to know, to be able to be in the good books?
Make an effort to remember them. So write the dates. If you are, use an app to remind you. The boys, you will not remember your wedding anniversary. So plan your wedding to coincide with your birthday or a holiday. Then anytime it comes, you know. So choose your dates carefully. Don't go and choose 13th of June. That day may mean nothing. So a date that is significant, so you will remember. Because listen, for the women, celebrating those days is important. And it must be important to you if you care about them. So don't just say, what is birthday, what is birthday? Hey, it's important, okay? If you do what is birthday, one day she'll ask you, what is sex? And you see what it feels like.
Echo Sabia Johnson asks, with regards to keeping close one or two female friends, what if your partner keeps insinuating that they are too close for his comfort?
He should grow up. He should just grow up. He should just know he is not enough for all your emotional needs. He should understand that.
Jamie Kess is asking, Uncle, what should you do if your boyfriend of over a year always talks about work but not the relationship?
He's been a man, but he must also grow. Like I said, men define themselves by their career, but that is not all. Once you understand that you also are in a relationship, and this relationship has another human being who needs that relationship to become a priority. And so he has to grow. Have a chat with him and let him understand it's not acceptable.
From Francis, how can one find out if the partner is cheating?
Why do you want to find out whether your partner is cheating? Francis, why do you want to find out whether your partner is cheating? Because if you didn't trust the person, why did you marry the person? Why are you relating to the person? Let's trust one another, so we don't have to say, how can I tell whether you are cheating on me or not? Because you see, I know somebody who went to extremes to check on this. Whenever the wife came from town, he took the wife to their bedroom and asked the wife to take off her panty for him to inspect. No, why do you want to know? If you can't trust the person, why are you married to the person? All right, now, last week we ended on a question that I didn't answer. And I am sorry if the way I ended it abruptly may have offended anyone. It's because I wanted to make time to address that question fully at a later point. That's why I said, oh, look, the time is up. And so to the person who sent the question, I apologize. But you will get much more than you bargained for because I'm going to address it much later. There are two issues that I'm promising I'm going to address. How do you know, what do you do when your partner, when love is dying or dead in your relationship? What do you do to jumpstart love? And then the question you asked, that too I will address as one of the challenges of relationships. But for now, let me say thank you very much to Linda and to Eugenia, who joined us in the studio, and to my team, who are all here in force, and then to you for making the time to stay with us. I appreciate the fact that you make the investment of time and of units and data to be with us. So stay blessed. We'll see you, God willing, next Friday. They call me Uncle WHYTE. I am the CEO of Roman Productions, but I'm also very much committed to helping you become